What's going on? What's cracking, folks? It is UNHOST here. Welcome back to F.A.C.T.S, and today we're going to test out carpets and test out the capabilities and functions that it serves. I've got a long line of tests here that we'll eventually go over every single one of them in this episode, but let's jump right into it. We got 16 types to correspond with their wool counterparts, and yeah, they're beautiful, absolutely wonderful. So if you guys aren't already informed, the way you craft the carpet is you are going to put two pieces of wool beside each other, and you will get your carpet. Now, in my opinion, I think that's a little cheap. I think you should get probably upwards of 4 pieces of carpet for every 2 wool that you use to craft it, but Mojang does their own thing. Hopefully we can get them to change that. Another question I've seen a good bit lately is, does light travel through carpet? Now, while we're able to put the carpet right on top of our pumpkin, unfortunately it cannot go on top of glowstone. So if we break this, I think that is kind of obvious that, yeah, it does travel through. The next bit of test we have set up is, does carpet cause a block update? So here we've got a very simple block update detector. Of course it does. Now, it's kind of funky, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean later, but it doesn't exactly act like any kind of block. It does have a hitbox, as we can see here, the black border around it. But again, it's a little funky, and I'll get to that in just a second. But next test right here, will it connect glass or the iron bars? Absolutely not, unfortunately. Now furthermore, on testing the hitbox, I was going to see if we can place torches on the very side, and they'll go to the next block. Yep, there we go. Obviously that did not come in contact with the hitbox at the grass block. Now I was testing the hitboxes as well. Some of you guys may know that the soul sand acts a little funky if you try to go through it. Let's see, let's take this away. Now if we try to go through, we get stuck, and I was gonna try to see if there was any kind of mistakes with the hitbox on carpet, but I really didn't come in contact with any, and this is exactly why. If we press F5 a couple times, we're actually standing in the carpet. There we go. I think that's a better shot right there. So while it has a hitbox, we do not change our elevation whatsoever. If we look at our F3, we will clearly back away, and you can see the feet position does not change at all. So it does have a hitbox, but your position does not change. So it's a very, very weird block. Next test, I want to see if arrows will stick in it. Whoa, that was weird. Kind of disappeared on me. So arrows do stick in it, but they go away if they're floating. A little cheaty. I don't know what's going on here. I'm clueless. I'm not a scientist, ladies and gentlemen. But that's what happens. Super weird stuff. So, anyways, next test. We have a dispenser and a dropper, both with arrows inside. I just want to see if they can go through, and this one can shoot through. I think that's pretty conclusive evidence that, yes, indeed they can. So this little ray of sunshine right here is going to be me testing, trying to find out if we can put carpet on top of all these blocks or items. First one we're going to try out is the hopper. We're going to obviously shift, and yes, we definitely can. Let's see if items can go in while that's on top. Awesome, they went in. Now we're going to try a fence post on top. Shifting, nope. No bueno. We'll try a chest. Nothing. And we'll try an anvil. Absolutely not. Now this is the upper half of a block with a slab, and yes, that works. Pretty cool stuff. On top of glass. Nope, no whammies. How about a furnace? Of course. You get the note block. Same thing goes for the jukebox. Crafting table. It's pretty handy. How about a piston? No can do. Same with that, but we can put it on top of the redstone block, so that's pretty cool stuff. So for this next test, I want to test a couple things. One is going to be mining speed, and the next is actually going to be, I want to see if it'll actually dull the grass, if it won't turn it into a piece of dirt. This has been sitting here for probably about 20 minutes now. Let's find out. Nope, they do not dull the grass. That's a pretty good sign. Now, I want to see, when we break it with our bare hands, how quick it breaks. It's almost instant, but not exactly instant. How about with the shears? I want to say the shears are a little faster. I think you guys can make your own judgment. There we go. We can see the actual particles, and we can see it breaking. How about with the shears? I think it is exactly the same. Again, you guys can make your own judgments, slow down the video, all that kind of stuff. But let's see, what about a pickaxe? Just about the same. And a sword, it all looks about the same. And so we don't have to do any crazy slowing down of footage or anything like that. I think this is a pretty conclusive test right here. So if we put, oh, we'll put 6. Now here is with the bare hand. There we go. And we'll try it with shears. I think if anything, Mojang probably would have chose shears as the quickest way to mine these. But it's about the same. I'm going to put my money on the fact that it's probably the same. Now I want to see how tall is it compared to a snow block. To be honest, I think that's about half. That's the craftable snow block that we can get. Next thing I want to test is I want to see if we can place one when there's a painting. And yes, we can. Pretty cool stuff. Now, I would say the carpet is much like a painting in the fact that you can move through it and all that kind of stuff. I know paintings do not trigger bud switches, so these are a very unique block in the game. How about item frames? Very cool. Now, if you put one inside, I'd be one to say that looks pretty cool. If there is a torch against it. Nope, can't put a torch when it's like that. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. A little torch holder. Next thing I want to try, I want to see if, you know, when you put a torch under the sand and gravel, I want to see if it'll work the same way as this. Let's find out. And they do break. Very cool, just as I thought. So I was hoping and hoping and hoping that we could put it on top of ice so that we can conceal that and, you know, make cool runways and stuff, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Mojang, please change this, please. Let's see if we can put it under these as well. Nope, nope. That's unfortunate. And the next test, I want to see if we can actually spawn when they're all covered up. All the spawn areas are covered up. Let's test it out. Okay, so I've set the time to nighttime. Let's go to sleep. I really don't want to kill myself, but might have to do that. Well, anyways, here goes. Nope. Oh man, I'm never gonna find that place. Well, we're back, and guess I'll be the first to say that that's very strange, the fact that we can stand inside the block, but if it's covered up, we can't spawn in it? I don't know. Next test, we're gonna see if we can actually break cactus. And there we go. Obviously that's due to the fact that it causes a block update. Now we're going to test the fact, well, let's see if it's flammable. Very curious about this. And I've actually been told that it is not flammable at all. I just wanted to know the truth. And yeah, it's not. It's not going away, anything like that. And let's see if we can put water inside. Very cool. So you guys can, you know, think of some cool stuff to do with that. Some floating water. And let's try lava. And since it doesn't burn, this can pretty much sit like that the entire time. I think that's pretty cool looking. And last but definitely not least, I've covered all the spawning spaces in my hardcore super flat test world with carpet, and we're getting no mob spawns, so I think that is conclusive that mobs cannot spawn on carpet. Well guys, I think I've done all the testing that I can do, at least anything that my brain could think of. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments and I will test it and post a comment when I find the results. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Facts. Hopefully we'll be, you know, seeing some more facts with all the new items and stuff that are coming in 1.6. Pretty excited for it, gotta say. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Adios.